Good morning. Sorry, two more people. There we go. Good. I think it's all three of us today. Do you guys both have a foam roller, or you've only got one in the house? You got two? Shemaine, do you have a foam roller?
Oh, no.
No, okay, we won't use it then. Don't worry about that. It's okay, I've got other stuff. So, how's everyone? Good. Next week's the lifter, right? The squat, or is it deadlift? Oh, okay, good. Oh, bench press. Yeah. Okay, I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't know. All right, so let's start off with our cars, but we're going to do the standing up ones. And then we're going to go into kind of some stretching positions. So, all right, let's stand up and let's do the good old routine neck first. All right, so let's bring that chin down to the chest, rotate, tilt, and come around. Center and we put back in. Take your time, find that spot. It's a little sticky. Don't force it, but come around it. And then hopefully by the end of the couple of loops, you'll be able to get into it a little bit. We'll just try and make sure you're like well adjusted with your body. So I was a bit twisted there, so I really can't set myself up properly. Watch that for the spine. Cool. Just finish up your last loop. Good. That's it. All right. Let's do our spine next. We'll do the crossover hand. Okay. So coming forward, rotate, tilt. That's it. So next week I won't be here, the week after. I'm not leaving Hong Kong, but I'm just taking a couple of weekends off. So Tyler will be doing the Fixher. Breathing here. Elongate, especially as you come up behind, elongate that spine back. Good. Nice work. All right, so I'm spinning up. It's really hot outside. Let's do our shoulders and let's come across. So bring that across, bring it up, stretch it long away from the shoulder, pull that arm away, and then really rotate and then push it back. Good. And breathe in. Breathe out. Just rotate. Breathe in. Remember, with your testing, you're bracing. Okay, really important. Even with your bench press, really squeeze your glutes. Okay, really push the shoulders against the bench behind you. and squatting the bracing, okay? Really important. Especially with the 1RM, right? You've got to really get tight. And you kind of got to fight for that bottom, coming out of that bottom position, usually. So we'll do one more. Cross, reaching. Good. All right. Next side. You can also cross over your chest too to make sure that your ribs aren't moving. Like reach. Reach. Back. Do you guys have little dumbbells or weights? Shemaine, do you have some? Yeah, grab some of those. We'll do our scaps with a little bit of weight. We don't have to, but if you've got them, get them. I'm going to get some. So. Yeah. Good. All right. You're just going to grab them in your hands. Okay, we're going to do the same scapular rotation. So remember, we're going to bring the shoulders up to the ears, pull it forward and down, and then bring it back up to the ears, pull it back and down, keeping the rib cage down. So really try and make a nice arc, upside down, one arc, yeah. Upside down U with those shoulders. Really let the weight pull the shoulders down, away from the ears, and pulling that scapular shoulder blade away, down the rib cage. And good. And good. Now we're going to do one more thing that we haven't done together is for the bicep. So your bicep attaches up in here and then down here. We got two muscles, but we're going to grab our dumbbell or whatever weight it is, and we're going to try and rotate from, so don't think of the wrist, think of the whole arm rotating from the bicep. So the bicep will slide across, okay, and then bring it back and slide the other way. So don't think about it too much. It's pretty straightforward, but if you want to get more detail, you're just thinking of that bicep attachment, rotating across the bone, the muscle twisting around, and that attachment staying where it is. Good. Really try and open it up this way, and then. So when you do a lot of bicep curls or things like that in our sculpture, you're going to get a little funky and stuck. Just finish off this last one. And obviously the heavier the weight, the more you're going to feel it. And then you maybe start spinning your grip a little bit more. So not too heavy. Good. And then bring it back to the front. Nice. That's just a little bit of a different, like kind of our elbow. So other side, right, feet planted. Rotate around. Good. a slight movement. Just making that muscle move across. Last one. Nice. Also, if your dumbbells aren't too heavy, you can do the, so this is too heavy because it's 2.5. But if you have like less than 1 kilo, you're gonna come up, rotate, and come down. I'm not gonna use these because they're too heavy, but you don't have to, yeah. So think of you're holding it, and then you're going to rotate out, and then up, and then rotate the other way, and down. So just that added weight creates a little bit more tension, and you can see maybe a little bit more how the range changes with a bit of weight. Okay. Just a couple more. Good. Well done. We're going to use the weights again, but not just now, so just put them to the side. And now we've done our hips, our shoulders. Oh yeah, we're going to do our hips now. So let's go to the ground again and do our hips. This time we'll do it from the side again, because I like those ones. A little bit easier online too. If you want to do it against the wall, you can. But it kind of needs to be blocked on one side, so probably a bit harder for flat wall like that. So flex the feet and then drive, and let's do some full circles around. So we're going to drive that knee out to the chest, open up, push the leg behind, and then drive through, okay? And then bring that knee up to the chest, open up, bring it back, and drive through. So really here, push the bottom leg into the ground, keep the hips still. Okay, no movement here. So even try and force it into the ground a little bit. Good. 4, 5, and then we'll do the other direction. Good. So your knee should be to your knee, and then I want you to push back behind instead. And then the fire hydrant, and then close it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 5. Good. Okay, let's change sides. Lie down, feet together, knees together, and let's drive forward and go back. So, knee up to the chest, open up, push behind, and come to the center. And then keep driving up through. Make sure you don't rock around. Breathing. one up. For sure. And have a little bit of rest. And then we'll go back the other way. So we can drive the leg back, up, to the knee, and then drive back again. Close it up. Nice work. So now I want to do moving. We're going to go into some cat cows. We're going to go for time. So use this app. So we're just going to go into cat cow. We'll go for 1 minute here. So get the clock on. Okay, here we go. So remember, we're always moving from that lumbar spine. Tuck that tailbone under. Tuck that chin under. And push it back. I'm hoping that over the years now, you're starting to feel when the back is a little tight. Or where it's and it'll change depending on what you do 2 days before. Going. Good work. All right. So now we want to grab our dumbbell and we're going to just do a little bit of muscle training for the rotator cuffs. Okay. So you're going to go into that sideline position. You're going to grab your dumbbell and then we're going to do these ones where we come up and down. We've done those a couple of times now. Really good for keeping that shoulder health. Okay, we're going to do 10 reps, 10 to 12 reps, okay? So see how I go. It's just a little heavier than I'm used to, so maybe 10. Okay, let's come down. Keep the elbow locked to the hip or to the side of your body. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You guys can do 12 if you want. 10. That's all I've got on this side. Yeah, and if it felt really light, do 15. To the side, this side. You can hold your head up too. It doesn't have to be flat. Whatever feels comfortable. Down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Doing if you have feel good. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to do one more on each side. Here. Let's go this side. Here. Okay. Ready? Nice. Let's go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep the elbow wrist straight if you can. 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Yeah. So a good tester for your rotator cuffs is try and see what weight you can go up to for 5 reps. So you can practice at the gym and not before you bench. Yeah. Okay, but this is a bit to warm up before the bench test too, but lighter. Okay, let's go again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Nice work. All right, have a little rest. And then we're going to do a little stretching. All right, this is the one I wanted. So we're going to come on our knees, or you can sit down. My knees are quite sore, so I can't do that. But you're going to have your hand behind your head here. I'm just going to do a tricep stretch. So you're going to put your hand across and pull it down. So you can sit down to do it, whatever feels comfortable. Okay, let's sit up here. Actually, I'm going to do what you have to do. Good, and we're just going to hold that for a minute. This is just a nice little stretch after what we just did there. Keep the rib cage down. So if it feels good, then just pull a little bit more across. So the elbows right behind the back of your head. Down, hanging down. Never force it though, never go to start to shake. Keep breathing. Let's get out of that gently, and then let's change sides. We'll breathe in here. Good. And you want to try and think of, instead of collapsing the elbow in here, open it up a bit from the shoulder. Try and keep the rib cage down so that it flare back. Go a little bit deeper, pull a little bit more. Keep the shoulder blade down, the scap down a bit. Good, and just ease out of that. Nice. All right. hamstring. So we're going to come on the ground. We're going to bring one leg in front, and then you're just going to lean, you can bend the knee a little bit, and just reach forward like that. So you should have, don't straighten the leg completely. You just kind of go into that. You should feel a stretch in here around, yes, to that, right there. That's what we want to do. Get your hand, I have one hand on the ground, the other side. Just really pulling up soles of my feet, my hands in there. So those floating deadlifts on Friday, they get the hamstrings fired up. Five, four, three, two, one. Good. We'll change sides. Yeah. Watch the old knee. Good. Now lean forward. Bring that back. Try and keep that curve in that lumbar spine. So I'm right with what I'm doing. Push the hips back a little bit. Towards the wall, keep the chest out. Okay, so now we're going to go a little bit deeper for our hips. So you're going to still be in that lunge position, okay? And then we're going to get down low. So I'm kind of really leaning forward with my back hip to the ground, and then coming in with my body here. All right? Now, if you need to come up higher with your hands, that's fine, okay? But if you can, maybe in a minute or two, in a couple seconds, you can come back down with your elbows. So just see where you're at. We're quite tight, so I'm going to come up with my head. And again, breathe, don't force the stretch. Hold this for a minute, so halfway. Sink in on both sides. Down. Good. All right, that's one minute done. Let's ease out of that slowly and change sides. Okay, so keep going. All right, get to your position. And we've got 10 minutes left on this clock, that's fine. I had a massage. Right? When Thursday, there's a new girl. She's a sports massage. Yeah. I've never had someone have such deep, strong fingers. She's a petite thing too. And, but she went under my feet and I didn't realize how deeper. All right, but I'm all bruised up. Okay, so now we're going to go into. Okay. We're going to come onto the ground. And we're going to grab our legs and put them together like this. So, like that. Okay. And we're just going to grab and pull down. So it's called a butterfly. Yeah. Is that okay? Nice. All right. So, everyone get in that position. Liz, you okay there? I'm going to hold that for 2 minutes. Good. Now here, I guess you've got to kind of just relax into it. Bring the feet up a little bit higher and then try and push the back into the ground, the lower back. Let it sit in there. I guess it depends how tight you are, but you should feel this in the groin area. Yeah. And just take some nice deep breaths. I think it's a little hard to pull the pelvic floor up in this position, but you could try. So remember that when you breathe in, open up that rib cage, let that pelvic floor go, and then breathe out. Bring that belly button tighter, pull that pelvic floor up. Breathe in. Expand chest, and then breathe out. Pull everything nice. Breathe in. Expand and out. And then we can relax. That's quite hard work to do the whole time. Just make it more natural without thinking about it. Good time. Okay. Another minute. Breathing really down. Then we're going to go to our side. Good, and just ease out of that. Actually, let's stay on our back and just do our rotations where let's just bring the whole knees to one side. And then, yeah, just like nice. Let's do 10 of those. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. You don't have to have the back flush against the floor here. Just let that natural lumbar spine curve be where it's good. Okay, so now we're going to go to our side. Okay, our legs are going to be together like we do with our hip cross, and then I want your hand underneath your rib cage here, and then we're going to just rotate around. So this hand, I guess, is around, and come back. Rotating, so the hips basically are stuck, and what we're trying to do is get that spine moving. Okay, so we'll just do that for a minute. Okay, so hands just around rib cage and then rotate. I can move your head with it and come around. So I'm actually feeling a little bit more of a twist here in my lower back, which is nice. And rotate. Way. Same on the other side. But we'll stay actually on the side, we'll do one more. All right. Now we're going to have our hand and then we're going to open up that way. So you can have your hand in this side. There you know, we did the book the other day. Same one. Okay, so we'll do that for a minute. All right. That's just a little bit more deeper. Shoulder gets to move a little bit on the top side. And breathe. Breathe out when you're letting go. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. And then we'll switch sides. Good. All right, well done. Let's go to the other side, and we might get cut off. Oh, 2 minutes. Okay, we're so 1 more minute with this one, and then 1 minute. All right. So again, hips together, and then we're just going to rotate. This one definitely gets my lower back a little bit. I don't know about you guys. Keep that hand across the ribs, yeah. Another 20 seconds, and then we'll do our open book one. Keep the hips together, the knees together. Good. All right. Open book. Hands together and follow your hand with your head, your eye. Actually, feels in my jaw. That's weird. Breathing, enjoy. Good. All right. So for our last